guys, so today's another day. I've got the power ground wires ran for the battery. I've got the switch panel wired up. I've got my push button start wired up. I've got the nitrous kit stuff obviously was done in the last video. The computer is sitting over there where it needs to be. I still need to wire loom a lot of stuff up. I've got the wires ran for power to the factory fuse block and computer. I'm still trying to get power to it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong about this. I thought I just gave it power and ground and then it should power up. When I give it power, it does have power to all the fuses and stuff. I'm just not getting the stuff inside to turn on. So maybe there's a relay to something that popped when I swapped all the stuff around. But other than that, I also have, you saw in the last video, I got the fan wires there ready to go for whenever I can situate some way to work this. I'm gonna spray a little ether in the motor and I'm gonna turn this thing on with the push button start and you guys will see how it looks. All right guys, I think I got this all figured out. As you can see, my switch panel down there is powered up. This is the first switch is for the ignition and this is the starter button, which should work. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. So once we get some fuel, flip that switch, turn the car on, and that's it. I already got the center console out. I'm cleaning all this stuff up so I can get my shifter when I pick up the train and stuff like that, and get all that mounted up. As you guys can see, I did a lot of very clean, very nice wiring, in my opinion. It's very nice and clean. That's for the nitrous stuff. That is just for the switch panel. And the wiring for the button is up behind this panel that comes on. Yep. So yeah, I did remove the airbag as well. So you just take this. And if I get a Holly dash or something like that, I'll just stick the computer over there. I removed all my gauges from here because they were all junk. We're gonna get some new ones. Wideband, probably nitrous or bottle pressure, so I don't have to look back on the corner and see the bottle and stuff like that. And I don't know what fell, and I forget what the other one's gonna be. Probably a fuel gauge. I'm gonna get to mounting up this now, and I already hooked up this. I just need to wire it down to the computer. Sorry about the glare, but for the most part, see. Oh man, that's relieving. I can't fucking wait. All right, guys, I'll catch you in a few minutes. All right, guys, and as you saw, I'm really fucking excited now. This thing started up on the button. Really easy, really satisfied, honestly. It's a long way coming to getting to this point. A lot of hours of wiring, honestly. So many hours of wiring. It seems like some of the stupidest shit, but it ends up being some of the most, I would say, satisfying things because you know everything is either brand new or ran the right way or ran in the right orientation, or it's just gonna work for a long time and not give you any issues. That's the main thing I've been doing with this. I'm trying to make sure that all the wires are brand new. They all do what they need to do on their own, deal. I'm probably gonna get a power distribution block and mount it up there next to the battery, so that way every power can go to it, and same for the ground wires, just so I don't have to run a million, wires to my battery, just to make it easier on myself and to make it a lot cleaner and a lot easier with the wiring situation. It would make sense to do it that way. The switch panel inside the car does have like a 30 or 40 amp fuse in it. So if any of my systems, which would be the ECU, the fuel, the fans, or transcooler, or so on and so forth, that I put on that switch, if any of them has an issue, the fuse will obviously pop and it'll tell me, hey, something's fucked up. But for the most part, all this stuff's done. The nitrous kit is obviously on a relay. It's sitting right there, so I don't have to worry about that either. I'm really fucking excited, honestly. I'm gonna get my door panels back in. I'm going to finish wiring up whatever I have left, which is gonna be just the OBD port and the shift light. That's it. And the adapter comes for that in the next few days. I do have to mount up the damn Android tablet again. I still have not done it. I just haven't had time to either go get the stuff or do it. Just laziness at the end of the day. I'm dropping shit, as you can hear. I removed the emergency brake cables and a lot of the shit from the interior, as you can see. The center console and everything is out, obviously, because I had to wire up the button and I stuck it all up behind here. So if I pull this off, if I have a Holly or something like that, I will stick it back in there and then run all my wires to the computer and all this stuff. And as I already told you what I was going to do about the gauge situation up there, because I took all the gold ones out there were eBay. They were junk. But yeah, we're moving and grooving. Getting shit done. Knocking shit out. I'm rewiring up the wires I did for the switches alone. The wires right here for the nitrous kit are fine. They're brand new. They're good. I know I did that stuff right. It's just the other wiring I did to jump wires and powers to each one of those switches. It was really stupid. It was really ghetto, and I don't like it. And like I said, trying to make everything brand new and simple so we don't have any issues this season. So I'm gonna figure out what's up with this and get power to it so I can get power to my lights, brake lights, hopefully the fuel pump, and that's about it. My booster pump just runs off with a battery, so I don't really have to worry about that. So that's kind of like always, you know, ready to go. Actually, correction, the booster pump runs off with a fuel pump driver module in the trunk. It just sends power from the battery back to the module. Module gets told, hey, the ignition's on, and then gives power to said fuel. Sorry about that. I'm just stupid and forget sometimes. So after a little searching and stuff, I started having an issue where the chassis kept on getting power for some stupid reason, and it ended up being off the push button start. I guess this module in here is bad or something, because every time I grounded it off to the chassis, it gave power to the chassis instead. So this is now junk. All right, guys, this is where I'm stopping for the night. I got the factory fuse block and a bunch of bullshit going on up here, trying to get power back to the fuel pump and power to my interior stuff. It's being kind of a pain in the ass. I'm working through it. Little by little, it's all starting to come back. I just keep on having an issue with me giving power to things there and it giving power to the chassis. So I must have a ground somewhere that keeps on getting caught up or touching something. So that'll be it for the night. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's vid. I'm gonna get the shift light wired up. I'm gonna figure out all that shit up here, because if I figure out all this shit up here, then I don't have to go back there and tear apart the fuel pump setup and run a wire to it and all the other shit. So, as you guys heard, I mean, you've seen it. It's fired up a couple times here. It just, you know, I don't have my fuel line yet, or the injectors in, or tune on the computer, so it won't even really fucking matter, or fuel. So, tomorrow we'll get fuel, we'll get the shift light in, I'll get the tablet mounted, and that'll be that. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. I hope you guys are excited. Please go down and subscribe. Really helps out.